Hi everyone, welcome back to Calamity Hills. I'm Honeywell if you do not know, and we're playing The Sims 2. This episode is all about the banking. I've been working on custom content for the last week or so, which I've been enjoying very much. It feels like it's been forever since I worked on CC that's challenging to make, so I've been having a lot of fun with that. I do like a challenge, and I've finished two major bits. I fixed and finished, probably finished, our paper money that we've been playtesting, so I'm excited to have that done. And I added a standing animation to Sim Wardrobe's checkbook, which is perfect for the way we use it on community lots. And there's also some new things I've been tweaking that I want to officially get in the game so we can see how they work and if we like them or not. Mainly Mog's postal greeting card system and Christian Love's wallet controller. Eventually we'll be adding the banking options from Monique's computer to the game as well. But that's not something we'll be adding today. But for right now, our first stop is the Please Play Museum. And here we are at the Please Play Museum. We use Sim Wardrobe's checkbook on this lot for two things. One, we buy tickets for the museum here, which are 500 simoleons each. And two, for right now, we also make our Life of Crime payments here. That'll eventually change. But for right now, it works. Sims have to go sit down at this table over here. And write their checks, which works out absolutely fine. I haven't had any problems with it, but now that we have an option to stand up, I want to try and make a ticket window. We also need a place to sell gift cards, and there's really not a good place at the corner store. It's pretty jam full of stuff right now, so I thought we could add a box of gift cards here. So first up, let us make a ticket window. Or I should say, let us try and make a ticket window. Now, I've been experimenting with this a little bit. And pretty much I might eventually try and mesh something. But do you know what? Maybe a door. Did you see this window door? Wonder what that would look like. Let's turn on our building cheats. Okay, we should have move objects on, snap objects to grid is typed in, and quarter tile placement is activated. Now, what I was imagining with a ticket window is we could just do any sort of any window along with an island counter to rest this on. And I know it looks, well, I mean, it looks pretty bobo, because I mean, anytime you cram two objects together, you know, it's not looking the most professional thing. But I mean, that doesn't look bad, right? I mean, it's, well, maybe, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I played around a little bit with windows, but I didn't even consider the doors. But really, the doors actually look kind of nice as a ticket window, don't you think? I mean, that looks pretty good to me. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll use a door. Now, I had windows in mind. There is a few windows that I saw. What other doors do we have? This is all new to me for right now. Well, that one doesn't look good. But this door, that door. Oh, now I used this as, I've tried out the window that comes in this pattern. Yeah, that doesn't, I don't know. This actually kind of looks like the old banking cages. Do you know what I'm talking about with those? A little bit, the way they have the gates come down when the windows are closed. But I'm not sure that I like that. That's probably too bobo. Should I give you the little spiel, how I'm not going to cut this out and you guys are going to have to sit through this? So just fast forward if you get tired of this. What other ones do we have? Now this is giving me an idea too. If I go ahead and mesh something, I can't mesh anything from scratch. Well, I can, but it's nothing. I can do a much better job using existing meshes. I mean, I can make like a cube and map it poorly. So I'm better off making editing Maxis meshes. So if I have something that I like from that we already have a mesh for, the end result will be much nicer. And I know there's a couple windows that look good. Where are they? This is an edit of the Moroccan window. And I like this because it kind of, because you kind of have like this little bar here, which gives it the impression that you would have, you know, you could pass documents back and forth. So I kind of like the way that looked a little bit. And what other ones did I say? We're looking for ones that don't have, like there's that, but I didn't really like that one that much. I mean, well, I mean, any of these aren't going to look perfect. This one right here, remember the door? This has a bar option as well, and this I actually like. I think that looks like a great ticket window. Maybe, maybe for like a rougher section of town. Calamity Hills, I have to tell you, is a pretty nice place. I don't know that it really fits our town. And this one I liked a lot too because it has this detail, that bar detail there. I think that looks like a good ticket window. We also have, what other ones were there? There was this right here. Let's get a white. That looks really good too, doesn't it? Maybe that looks better. No, I think we're just gonna go with this right here. I mean, this is all just temporary, but again, you know, I want to get a good idea of what we have to what I have. You know what? I think what have we been doing? Spending 5 minutes on that. I'm going to go ahead and just use this. And for right now, that's going to be our ticket window, which looks pretty good. The only thing, though, is I have doors here. Let's put the counter on a walk-through block. So just in case it blocks those doorways, Sims will be able to walk through it. So let's do that. Get a walk-through block. Plop the counter on it. And flip that around. And I don't know, I think that's a pretty, you know, for just working with the content that we have, Maxis content, I think that is a pretty good ticket counter. I mean, it doesn't match. But still, I'm relatively happy with that. And now we just need a checkbook. Now, the way that I did this, these Sim Wardrobe's checkbook still works from sitting down. If you put it on a table, Sims will sit in the chair and write the check. If, with Move Objects on, if you put it on the ground, it can't be snapped into any slots whatsoever. When Sims go to sit on the ground, I changed those animations to the Bon Voyage check-in animations. I changed it to that, so we can't put this on any slots. So I made it height adjustable with Apartment Life, and you just use the bracket keys and raise it up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Raise it up, and we can't have this stick onto any slots. It has to make sure that it stays on the ground. So there we go. Our Sims are going to be able to go over and use that checkbook, and they'll stand up to do it. Maybe it's not centered though. We can center that. There we go. So it'll be interesting. I've tried this on a home lot. I have not tried this on a community lot yet, so we'll have to see how all this works. So there is one. And two, we want to put in some more islands. Let's get rid of this. Let's also snap objects back to grid on. And I'm hitting the arrow up key. Wrote told us about that a long time ago, and it's been absolutely brilliant. I'm so happy with that. Here's our little money jar. Oh, it's so nice. I'll have to show you that. We'll, I think we'll have David go cash in all his money and go to the corner store once we put in the ATM there. But for right now, we're still working on Sim Wardrobe's checkbook. We need some island counters. Or they don't need to be island counters. Where are these at? I really liked these. Not that though. That. I've already played around with combinations in these. Let's turn off quarter tile placement. So we could do that, and I don't like the way that awning does. So let's actually turn back on quarter tile placement, and we can move these like this. And move those like that, and now we have another little stand. I don't know, let me play around with this a little bit. Okay, I like this awning better. Doesn't that look nice? This trim on that awning matches this counter top. This is, I had to make this 3 tiles wide though, in order to get it to cover the counters. And now we can put them there. And we could leave it like that, but I kind of like to cover up these poles a little bit and have them stick into the counter. So I like that. And I think that looks like a pretty brilliant, I mean, nice for what we're working with. Don't get me wrong, neither one of these really match, but you know what I mean, right? We need a cash register. Where would we find one of those? This looks like a supermarket cash register. This looks like a retail cash register. This looks like we might be able to use it without electricity. So I'm going to use this one. Which side do we want? Do we want this side or this side? Well, Mog's gift cards, we need that. I thought I had the realistic money in. I do, okay. I have 2 sets of money. I made Maxis Match money, but it doesn't, the texture is, oh, you can't see it now because, yeah, duh. The texture is really tiny and it's blurry, and I want to be able to hang up our money on the wall in our municipal building so Sims can go help themselves to any rebates that they're entitled to. Yeah, but that's for another time. I'm losing the plot here. What are we doing? We're trying to get checkbooks on the Please Play Museum. Okay, so we have a checkbook over there. We have a cash register. We want to add a box of greeting cards. Now here are, this is really neat. I've never had these in my game before, but they're really nice. What you can do is you can come over here, purchase some greeting cards, bring them back to your house, make them out to Sims, and you'll put them in the mailbox. The postman will come around, pick up the card, and deliver them, which I think is absolutely brilliant. But I went ahead and added a gift card option. So instead of just sending greeting cards, our Sims can send gift cards as well. So, I mean, this is still all very much a work in progress. So Sims can come over, they can buy a box of gift cards, bring them home, and then mail them. One of the reasons why I wanted the paper money was so Sims could use it to give other Sims gifts. But I almost never use it like that because that interaction is such a hassle that it just never happens. So in theory, I really like the idea of this. So I want to get it in the game, start playtesting it before I work on this any further. I mean, I've spent a lot of time on this as it is. I think I made 8 cards, and then plus I had to figure out Mog's mod itself so I could add support for the gift cards. So yeah, it was a lot of work. I have a lot of hours sunk into this little project already. But before I spend even more time on it, I want to see if we like it. Okay, so now I have a cashier who's going to spawn here so they can buy gift cards. And the only thing that I don't like about the checkbook, using it on the ground, is that these Sims, just like when you do an assignment on the ground, when you get up, your Sims automatically kind of delete the assignment. Well, they delete the checkbook as well, which is fine. I wish it was the other way, but it is what it is. So let's raise this up 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, 10. And you have to be really careful not to let this snap into a slot, because it's not going to work if it's on a slot. And it also needs to be backwards. Now, I had a little bit of an issue when I was playtesting this on a home lot, when there was the option of approaching a counter from both directions. Sometimes they went from behind, because I was trying to turn the checkbook, facing the proper way. But it needs to be the register portion of the checkbook facing the sim. And I think that'll work, but I'm not sure. I am such a rambler, but I think this is good enough for right now. It really does look kind of bobo, doesn't it? But it is what it is. Let us save this lot, and then we want to have a sim test it, and then we'll need to have Jane Locke buy it. So let me figure out how we're going to do all that. I think I found the solution for our lot. We'll just come to the lot at nighttime, right? Look how much nicer this looks. A little bit of darkness, it does a lot good. Okay, now I have this saved, and I think we're going to go and have Booker and Andrea. Booker or Andrea go get a box of greeting cards. Because it's Una's birthday, and I imagine that grandparents send grandchildren gift cards, right? So I think they would be the perfect ones to do this. Now with the cash, I really imagined people giving cash as gifts, but again, yeah, it was just so cumbersome. So I'm hoping that I'll like this more. Who is up? Andrea on the computer. Let's have Andrea walk to the Please Play Museum. You can do it. What is she doing, by the way? Browsing the web? No, we'll leave Booker sleeping. It'll be just you. Please Play Museum. And if this works out, if the checkbooks are in a good spot and everything works the way it should, then we need to have Jane Locke buy the Please Play Museum again and set the payable business on the checks. I'll meet you there and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now you see that we have this right here. Now on the old lot, I had all of this information already populated. It was set to 500 simoleons, and Jane Locke was set as the payee. So I'll want to go ahead and do that again, because this right here, the transaction, well, you see, it's not instantaneous, which is really kind of annoying. Oh, there she is. So let's have her come over here and send a check to $500 to Jane Locke. This is for a ticket for the museum. And here is the transaction. she'll pick up a pen, write, and a check got sent. Isn't that a really nice animation for that? I think it is. I like it a lot. Look at these two. So sweet. And now let's get a box of greeting cards before we leave. And I think there's like some 40 different categories, and the gift card that I added is like the 50th. There's so many categories of greeting cards, and I know a lot of people have shared them on Mod the Sims, but I've never had this in my game before, so the only other card options that I have is Christmas. But there's birthdays, anniversaries, wedding cards, baby shower cards, you name it, and there's a card for it. But we also have a gift card option now, and those are the cards that we want to buy. And I was able to recolor this so we could have gift cards. But the boxes of cards themselves are going to be the red ones that Mog made. And her cards were really Christmas cards like. And now let's have her check out this ticket booth over here. And again, we'll have to set the amount. But I can't imagine this is going to be any sort of problem. And select pay, Jane. Oh, and now we need to send a check to Jane Locke for 500 simoleons. And let's look at this over here. Doesn't that look good? Oh, I like it. This is perfect for what we want to do. So we're going to use these in our banks as well. And the only thing is that the checkbooks disappear. And I cannot change that. So, but because these are unowned community lots, the next time we show up, they'll automatically be in place. So that's really a non-issue for the way we use these. But I am very happy with that. So let's have Jane Locke. Let's send Andrea home, and you know what? I'll have Jane Locke buy the lot and do that later, so you guys don't have to suffer through me figuring that out. Let's send Andrea home, and then she can send a gift card to Una. See you later, Lena. Maybe it's time for a new outfit. Lena's red dress has grown on me. I used to hate that outfit, but because I like Lena, that outfit is not that bad. And this looks really good. I don't mind that at all. I do want, I think I want to change the cashier outfits though. I know there's like, someone did some really nice ones from The Sims 4. I think I might want to default replace those, but yeah. Let's get home and send Una some birthday cards. Here we are, and the way that the gift cards work, it's just Mog's postal system, exactly the same way that hers works. These cards work, gift cards. You put the box of greeting cards anywhere in the room that you want your sim to send them to. And we'll click on one, click on the box, send gift card. And we want to send these to Una because it was her birthday. And did we invite Andrea and Booker? I'm not sure if we did or not. But giving gifts at parties just doesn't work. So, yeah, let's find Una. There she is. And let's send Una a card. Now, the ones that I've made so far, which took me a long time, so I don't want to keep making these until I know that we're actually going to keep them. I did a happy birthday card, and then I just did denominations, 5 simoleons, 10, 20, 50, 100, 500, 1,000. Oh, and this is a $600 one. I was thinking about this, if somebody wanted to send another sim groceries so they could stock up their refrigerator. I went ahead and got all the prices for all the jewelry and the perfume and the pet collars, and I have a whole list of denominations that I want to give for that I want gift cards for. But I don't want to keep making these, because what if I don't like them and I don't use them? It's like a lot of wasted time. So we'll have Andrea is going to come in here. And this is all Mog's work. The only thing I did was recolor that box over there and then make different amounts of the cards and added it to her system already. But yeah, even having the finished product that she has, even looking at it, I couldn't reproduce it even though we have it. Oh, I missed that. What happens is they spawn a an envelope, and I just wrapped those up, made them a little bit festive. And then they'll come posted over here. And as soon as this is posted, it's immediately available. It'll be immediately available at the Una's lot. So at the tower. So even though the postman hasn't come to take this letter yet, if we go over to the tower, it'll be available. So I think we're going to do that. And this is all, I'm keeping all of this gameplay here. So it's important that I save all of this. And let's head on over to the tower and have Una get her gift card. And here we are. I think I have all of these kids hopped up on vegetable juice studying. Oh, but we'll have to wait until... Oh, this wasn't a good experiment because we'll have to wait until the mailman comes before this happens. It'll be 10 o'clock. Una will be at school. We will see this for another day. The next time we play the tower, we'll see Una getting her gift card. Or her birthday card. Next up is the corner store. Now here at the corner store, we want to add Christian Love's wallet controller. Now these mods were mainly designed for home lots. But the way I am using it is I want it to be an ATM machine. And where is it at? It's under electronics, miscellaneous. And so I just threw together just kind of a couple different meshes. But this is going to, this is the wallet controller for Christian Love's mod. And we added that, and we're going to save this lot. And I think I was looking at David's inventory, and he has a whole huge stack of a bunch of loose bills. So we're going to have him cash in some of his money and open an account. And we'll have him deposit it using the ATM. So let's go to David's house. Here we are at David's house, and what we want to do with David is, one, he has a whole inventory full of money, and two, because I changed the money, it's showing up invisible right now. That's because I had to change the position of the mesh, so when you put it on the wall, if you lower it, it won't darken. And I changed the crest. I don't know. I'm rambling. Know that I did a thing. And he has like a bunch of money. He has 9 20s, 7 100s, and 50 and a $50 bill. So let's have him deposit. He's going to sell his money, 7 800. We're going to have him open up a banking account for 850 simoleons. Let's just sell this. And then 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That leaves him 80 bucks left. Let's sell these since we need to get the new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to open up a bank account with 850 simoleons that we just sold. And he's going to get 40 simoleons. But let's give them a little money jar. Now this is new. Fumbling around in the inventory for the money was really annoying because I'd have to go like this. You'd put out a bill and then you'd have to move it into the inventory. And for Sims who have a networking perk, and they get money off of all of their catalog purchases. It was giving a discount on the money as well. So that doesn't really work. But what we have here is a little money jar that I did the beehives for. And we can go ahead and this will automatically buy the bills and put them in their inventory. So we want him to have 4 more 20s, his $80 back. 2, 3, 4. We'll look into his inventory, and there is his money all set. So isn't that much easier? And it happens instantaneously. If he was out walking the dog, he has all those 20s because I give him $20 every time he takes care of the dog, bathes him, or or takes him for a walk. That's why he has so much money in his inventory. So even while he's out walking the dog, we can just click on this jar, give him his allowance, and it's automatically taken care of. Also, this also works as a little, oh, that reminds me. The pay and ka-ching functions kind of work as a mini family funds. So all of these pay options right here will just deduct money from the household account. So right now you see we have $127,000. Click on this. Now we have $126,000. We get nothing in return for that. There's nothing gets put in our inventory. It just subtracts money. And ka-ching, like you might suspect, ka-ching puts it back. So this is just a little option that I don't know that you'll use very much, but I needed it for the gift cards. Now, we bought a box of gift cards that I think cost 30 or 40 simoleons, but the gift cards themselves, in order to send those, you need to pay for them. So the only way that I thought to do that was through family funds, which is why I added these options to the card, to the jar. And I need to go back to Andrea's house, make a note of that, and have her pay for that 75 simoleons that she just sent Una. I completely forgot. So yeah, we need to take care of that. But this is the money jar. It works so much nicer. Just putting the money automatically in their inventory. It happens instantaneously. So while they're doing whatever they're doing, I can just click on somebody and take care of the finances. I like it a lot so far. So let's save this and see if we can't get David down to the corner store before the bus comes for him. Get up, and you can even have something to eat while you're down there. There we go. Good job. And walk to the lot. Community lot. And I will meet you at the store with David. Should we take Scout? No. Corner store, please. We should get him new clothes too. And here we are. David is arriving. And what we are going to have now, just like the tip jar, this can happen. Christian loves wallet controller. You just click on it. Your Sims don't actually have to go and interact with it. But we can send him to go stand over here. Go here. And you can change these models here. And what I want to do, Christian has it. I know, you were burgled. That's why we're putting your money in the bank. Now, Christian, all of the model options were a bunch of household flowers. And since I want to use this at community lots, I went ahead and changed that. When a lot of these mods were being made, everybody tried to cram as much as they could onto the home lot so you didn't have to leave your lot to have a loading screen. But I like to give my Sims as much reason to leave the lot as possible. So I like everybody having to leave their house to take care of this stuff, even though I could easily, I don't know, change this model and have it be a little plant that's at their house. I don't want that. So I want to make some ATMs for this. But again, I want to make sure I like it before I spend even more time working all of this out. So here, we're going to go ahead and deposit money, and we're depositing 850 simoleons because that was his cash. So deposit 1, deposit 2, 3. Now the only thing that I found with this, the option to send money, when I use this on a community lot, this crashes my game, so I would not recommend doing that. And I didn't try the give option either. So yeah, I'm not using either one of these. What I want to use it for is just like an ATM, deposit money, withdraw money, and we can also check our account. So we'll go ahead and click on me, and we'll see that he has 850 simoleons in his checking account. This can be exchanged for simoleons at any time. And what I really like about Christian Love's wallet controller is these bank accounts don't earn any interest. I like that. It's not, Monique's computer gives 6% interest on your deposits twice a week, and it is so much money. I don't think it's, all of my Sims are ridiculously rich as it is, so I don't want my teenagers buying houses with their allowance money by the time they grow up and move out. So we will be using Monique's computer, but that is going to be strictly regulated. Now, what else do we want to do? I wanted to add the ATM to the corner store so our Sims could, mainly our teenagers, could empty out their inventories when they were chock full of cash. And we did that. And we have checkbooks at the Please Play Museum. We have the gift cards. Was there anything else? Monique's computer we're saving for when we have a bank. We mailed gift cards. We straightened out the cash. I think this is probably it. Do you think? I think so. That is absolutely all. Thank you so much for watching. Your likes and comments are always appreciated, so thank you so much for those, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.